we fly from Puerto Inarita to Bogota, but we will have just enough time for a good night's sleep before we all board planes the next morning to head home. So this is our last full day in Colombia, but our flight does not depart until late afternoon. What can we do to kill about 9 hours in Puerto Inarita? Go see more fish. What else? Ted's Fish Room presents Colombia 2016, sponsored by Amazonas Magazine, Rapacity Superfoods, and SwissTropicals.com. We had a late night packing all the fish that we collected during the week, which were being held for us at a local export station. All fish exports from Colombia leave the country from Bogota, and our fish will travel on the same plane we will this afternoon. But we did not have to pack the fish to make it all the way back to the United States. They are only going as far as Hernando's export facility in Bogota, where they will be held for a week before being shipped to me back home. This is easier on us because we won't have to try to manage a lot of wild fish after a long day in transit. And it is a lot easier on the fish, which has been held in these bags since they were netted. Water has been changed multiple times each day, but the experience is still stressful. Once they get to Bogota, the fish will be transferred to filtered aquariums, acclimated, rested, and fed for a week. By the time they are shipped to us in the USA, we will be ready for them. The next step for the fish is the shipment to Bogota, which is being coordinated for us by one of Hernando's suppliers in Puerto Inarita, Jorge, who also happens to be one of the largest fish aggregators in the city, and therefore one of the most important people in the pipeline for getting fish from eastern Colombia to the ornamental fish markets around the world. After breakfast, we pick up all our bags of fish and bring them here, Jorge's export facility, where the water will be changed again and the bags given fresh oxygen. Not all of these bags are ours. Actually, none of them are. These bags are mostly Cory catfish, all the same species that are on their way to Bogota this afternoon as well, but to a different exporter. Jorge's business is to be one of the middlemen in the ornamental fish trade. Collectors on the river either bring fish here to sell to him, or one of his employees will travel up and down the rivers buying fish from the collectors. Those traveling buyers are called patrons, and they are probably the most important cog in the wheel of fish transport in this part of the world.
Leaf fish. Original called leaf fish.
No, I know called leaf fish.
Leaf fish.
The patrons build and maintain their relationships with the collectors, and they are skilled fishermen as well. They will make long trips of a week or more out onto the rivers collecting and buying the fish that the Bogota exporters order from Jorge. The system is not one in which the patrons and Jorge buy whatever the collectors can find, which they will do in some situations. Rather, the orders for specific fish come from Bogota and are relayed through the patrons to the collectors, who then go out and fill the orders. This system means that there is very little waste, and fish that are not in demand are not collected. Ultimate angelfish and stingrays will always be in demand week after week, but striped Raphael catfish may not be, so there is no reason to take them from the river if nobody wants to buy them. We offer our help to Jorge's employees to prepare our fish for travel, but our host insists that his team is going to do a better job than we will, and he's right, and do it faster. Then he gives us free rein to explore his ponds. Ponds? What ponds? Sponge filters are the choice of serious aquarists in their fish rooms because they are inexpensive and effective. The biggest mistake a fish keeper can make is to assume that there is no technical advantage to one type of filter over another. Perret filter foams are superior to other foams which will eventually break down in an aquarium. I have Perret foam filters from Swiss Tropicals that have been in constant use in my fish room for a decade. Swiss Tropicals is the exclusive distributor of Perret foam in North America and a supplier of other high-quality aquarium products. Visit SwissTropicals.com today and learn more about the aquarium filters that the experts use. Rapacity Superfoods combines superior nutrition and ingredient quality in a gel food that fish like to eat. From staple diets to specialty feeds, there is a Rapacity Superfood formula that will benefit every fish in your aquarium. And the long-lasting gel allows fish to feed naturally on a food source that will stay in the water for many hours. Rapacity Superfoods are available from dependable retailers that specialize in high-quality aquarium and reptile products. For more information, visit the Rapacity Superfood website at www.rapacity.com.
Oh, so he's holding things out in pools.
Yes, but he right now not use all the pools. This is eliminate all.
While the workers in Jorge's warehouse pack our fish, we are directed outside where a network of holding ponds has been in service for many years. These are actually not much in use anymore, as Jorge has built a larger and more modern pond facility further outside the city, a place we did not have a chance to visit on this trip. So we are told that if we want to collect fish in these older ponds, we are welcome to do it. I do not think that any of us intended to get dirty today, but this is too good an opportunity to pass up. I guess we will just have to stink a little on the plane.
What is here?
Look, it's doors.
Oh my.
Machines. All kind of stuff. Look. My tennis, Platodora.
These are just holding facilities?
Yes. And this is what he said he's expanding from this and opening something else. How many Daemon did you try to catch? Or just Pellegrini?
Just the cat. Resting. Big Oscar right there, he's resting.
Uh-huh.
Can you just
The ponds hold a mishmash of species, and we quickly discover there are some large fish. Dudu finds a fishing pole somewhere and starts to catch fish on hook and line, like this wild Oscar.
That's a kilo fish.
eating fish?
Oscars are rarely exported from Colombia because they are not legal to export. Neither are peacock bass because they are considered food fish for human consumption. We are not sure why Jorge has them in his ponds, and we would not try to take these home, but it is nice to get a chance to see a wild Oscar before we leave. Another pond has a lot of small splash tetras, pencilfish, and marble hatchets, all species that are exported in good numbers from Colombia, but fish that we did not find out in the rivers. Most of the ponds have not been in use for a long time, and they are filling up with leaves and sticks that fall in from the trees shading them. The ponds have been used to hold everything from larger catfish to dwarf cichlids at some point in time, and a few individuals are usually left behind after the majority are netted out for shipment. Now the ponds have populations of fish breeding in them, and I find a few interesting species to film. One of my target species for the entire expedition is Apistogramma megaterra, the fish known best in the hobby as Apistogramma species brightbinden. I never saw the fish out in the rivers, but here they are. What a great way to end our collecting trip in eastern Colombia. Time stops for no man or fish, and we eventually have to go to the airport. Fortunately for the other people on the plane, we are offered a place to wash up and change into a clean set of clothes. When we get to the airport, we're concerned that we do not see any boxes of fish going onto the plane. We ask Hernando, who says, "They're there, the fish are right there." These two 30-gallon trash barrels are full of bags of fish, our fish. This is how fish are transported from Arid to Bogota. We will have a more comfortable ride than the fish will, but it is bittersweet. As the plane taxis out to the runway, I am mentally shifting from exploration mode to travel mode, ticking off a list of things I will need to do in the coming days after 2 weeks exploring Colombia. This has been the trip of a lifetime for me, something that I have wanted to do for more than 30 years. The wait has been long, but the delay also means that I am able to share this experience in this video series. Thank you for watching. I am not sure what is in store for me in the coming months, but I do know that I will return to Colombia someday. And there are hundreds of other places and fish I want to see. This expedition has come to an end. I wonder where I'll have a chance to go to next.